Welcome to Season 1, Episode 18, and today we are going to eat some sour eggs, 100-year-old eggs. Plus, we're going to tell some cop stories. So stay tuned. Welcome back to the show. I am here with the famous Justin Christina. And we are going to tell some stories, plus we're going to eat some 100-year-old eggs. Now, I was wrong last time. I said that these were made with cat pee and mold. But I looked it up, and people actually believe they're made with horse pee. But there is no good evidence to conclude this. They are ideally made with ash and lime and salt or something like that, and they're set out at like room temperature. I don't know. So anyways, let's go ahead and pass out the plates. What we're gonna do also is once we open up these eggs, we're gonna add a little dash of malic acid. Can I get a little spoon dabber for the malic acid?
I don't even know what that is.
This is what they put on sour warheads to make them sour. That's the powdery substance you find on there that makes you
Why are
pucker
we
up.
always eating weird shit in your videos?
So I figure
Gizzards and squid brains
and these
alien
are
sperms
duck
and, like,
eggs.
weird.
So they're 100-year-old duck eggs made with horse piss. And we're going to put some super sour warhead, sour stuff on it. And we're going to get crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and tell the story. The first, so these are going to be cop stories. So the first story is in about 1999. I'm hanging out over at these people. God damn, this is a big old spoon, man.
The smallest one.
That would probably kill you if you actually ate that much. They say that this stuff's probably not good for you. You're only supposed to take like a quarter teaspoon for the day, and technically they say like I probably wouldn't do that. But anyway, so back to the story. It's back in 1999, and I'm over at some friend's house. Well, we get pretty crazy at the house. The people I'm hanging out with are pretty crazy at the time. I just used to be a wild dude. So we're hanging out, and there is out of nowhere. And this is back in the time when we had Nokia phones. Those super hard phones and super small screens. All you could do is they had like Snake on there you could play. Texting was crap. The phones are crap. Or the calls are crap. Anyways, so the door busts down. I'm off in like my friend's house, and the SWAT team comes in. We got bongs hanging everywhere. Which way? They didn't care about the bongs. They were like, we're after this dude. I think they said it was like for murder or something like that. So they're like, we're after this guy, and we're trying to get him. And what we're gonna and they had like freaking assault rifles and stuff, right? So I'm on my phone, like, what are you doing? And this is back like when cell phones just kind of started. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's back in the day. And so I'm like, I'm just hanging out, like playing Snake. They didn't even realize like phones can text at this point. That's how like new texting was. And so I was like, I'm just playing Snake on my phone. They don't know I'm texting the dude that lives there. Like, hey, don't come back. The cops are here, and they go and get your ass, right? So that is the first story. It is basically the SWAT team busting down the door, and I told them I was playing Snake on my phone, but really I was texting them and saying, don't come back. So we are going to go ahead. It looks like we have got these things almost done.
Oh, I thought we had to
By
go
the
to
way,
like the Jurassic Park.
I'm switching.
See, like, look at the white stuff. Like, tell me, like, is that mold?
So we have to peel the Jurassic Park looking mold. I mean, it looks like mold, and then like you have some like broken open, and
It's like a bird egg,
It
but
smells like goat piss, really. I mean, most.
Like, they said to look for mold, and this actually looks like that could be mold.
Okay, so I don't.
Like, I think that actually.
I'm eating mine. It's a video.
I think it actually is mold.
Ooh.
Alright, I'm gonna try
is
to
this
get.
like psilocybin or is this like black mold?
it's a mold like a cow patty.
Be careful. You might not even supposed to be breathing that, brah. Like,
I think I think it just like opened up and the freaking pollen dust just fucking.
Okay,
It is,
well, at
dude.
least show them so they can see.
No, dude, that ain't
Show-
right, man. Let me see what
Right.
yours look like.
Mine looks like Jurassic Park, like a big turtle.
No, because I had the other one. Like this one was cracked open, dude, and like
You
they're
said I
saying-
ate one the other night when I don't remember.
No,
Did mine
like-
look like that?
No, dude. I hope not,
Did mine
man.
look like
I
that?
hope not, dude. Shit.
God, no wonder I feel like I have an
Alright,
alien in my
alright.
back lately. Shit.
Oh my god, dude. This is
It
like
looks like
this might be a
all the
death
other
sentence.
ones.
Bro, that
No,
stinks. That's
No,
oh wow!
like,
I found the
it's
black
gushy.
area.
Yeah.
No, it's
Okay.
wet. It is freaking wet on
Okay.
the inside.
It
Like, it's
always
not-
has
so
been
you
like
do.
that.
No, it's been
Did
like
you get them
clay.
like this?
Like no, this is bad. It's got mold on it, I'm telling you. So
Okay.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this 100-year-old egg. Hand me the trusty trash can on the side there.
Yeah, for both of us. How about it, right?
Trusty Cupid.
This
Now,
is
Trusty
the
show it.
trusty trash can
So then-
of the liar.
Hey, is mine moldy too, you guys?
Yours does have a lit.
no, it
What
looks
is that?
great.
Like a mushroom on the bottom, dude? Oh, I'm putting. This is sour dust. Sour dust. Sour dust. Ah, it's so soury. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Ah,
But it does have a good egg aftertaste.
what?
I could get sour.
Oh yeah. Mm.
Hopefully I don't die from it. Is this
Try some
It's,
sour dust on that.
I don't know if you can tell, but this is wet and goopy, and it'll
Oh my
like
god.
freaking look at this.
I hope it has more of like a
So
like
the
a,
second story is
What are those
whenever
things
I was in 2014, I'm hanging out.
doxycycline, tetracycline
Doxycycline.
effect, and like a snake poison or moldy moccasin.
I'm hanging
Sort of
out
effect.
at my friend's house, and
Oh, man,
in Niceville, it's all good.
Just
so
worried.
we
'cause
are. We're about to go to sleep, and I had brought this trap with me, like an animal trap. And I know what I was going to do with the trap, but so I was like, I think we should trap, like, see if I can trap an animal, right? See what happens. So I bring the trap in the back of the woods. You got a bunch of woods in the background, in the backyard. I grab a thing of peanut butter, open it up, I put it inside the trap. Next morning, I get woke up, and he's like, wake up, the cops are here, or no, he didn't say the cops are here, he's like, there's kids out back, and they're poking the cage that you put out there. I was like, why are they poking? He's like, something's in there. So I get back out there, and I look, I'm like, oh crap, there is a freaking raccoon stuck in there. So I go to open up the thing to like let him go, but he starts biting at the cage. I'm like, there's no way that I'm gonna even attempt this, right? And he's like, well, what are we supposed to do? It's like, I don't know, fuck, call the cops or something. I don't fuck shit, get somebody to get rid of it. And so he calls the cops, right? Cop comes over, and he's got his hand on a gun, and he's like, so what's the problem here? And I'm like, well, so we made a trap out back, and we caught a raccoon, and we need it to go. And he's like, show me where it's at. So we go out back, we start walking towards the cage, and I see the raccoon, and he sees the raccoon. He's like, well, what are you going to do, right? And he's like, you're going to let this thing go. And I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't want to like mess with this, but the cop's here, and he's saying I got to do it. So I open it up. I tell him before I open it up, I'm like, make sure you have your hand on your gun. If the thing comes after us, I want you to be ready, right? So we open it up, and it just dips out, right?
and you know the raccoon could sense that, too.
This is actually pretty bad, man. Like
Yeah,
this ain't
my
right. You know what I'm saying?
It's pretty bad, man.
Like it shouldn't be wet like that. It actually should be chalky.
Right.
And this one did have a little bit of mold, but they mix all that cat pee on there, or not cat pee, but horse pee on there, and it really it gets it going and it preserves it. So this is okay.
My breath smells like a cat litter box when they haven't taken it out and like cleaned it like a really long time. Imagine like the amount of ammonia, like multiple cats in the same box.
And we are about to go to commercial.
Thank God I'm trying.
Make sure that you stay tuned for the third and final story. Cop stories. Are you ready for Halloween? Yeah. Do you love wearing masks? Yeah, sure. Then we have a deal for you. The Hell Mask. The last mask you will ever wear. The liars are not responsible for sudden urges to drink the blood of the innocent. Side effects include sensitivity to garlic, the hunger for blood, and death by sunlight. Ah!
What happened?
Welcome back to the last bit of the show. And we are going to tell the third cop story. And this one is when I almost died and got shot in the face when I was trying to play some BB guns out in the woods. So I'm out in the woods. I'm probably like 13 years old. I got 4 other friends with me. Some of them's got rifle BB guns. I got a pistol BB gun. We're shooting at place, shooting at birds. We're doing whatever. We're 12 years old. And we go and we shoot. We accidentally hit somebody's window across the way. So I didn't know. They end up calling the cops. We're hanging out. We're walking around. I hear some rustling in the bushes. So I got like a 6th sense. I already know like 5 minutes before something happens what's going to happen. I knew that the cops were coming 5 minutes before it even happened. I can hear something far out in the distance. I tell everybody, I'm like, there's cops coming. And I'm like, we got to hide all these guns right now. So we go over to some random bush. I'm like, we're putting all of our guns in the bush. We put them on the bush. We start walking down the way. 2 cops come around the bend, and he's got his gun, and he's like, freeze! Get right over there. Where's the weapons? And I'm like 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? The weapons are BB guns. The one that I have is a pistol. You can probably shoot yourself in the head, and it bounce right off, and you'd be like, ow! So anyways, I'm like, the guns are they're just BB guns. They're right over here in the bush. So we start going, and we're walking over to the bush, and I pull it out, and he's like, give me that gun. And he grabs the BB gun, and he sticks it to my forehead. And he's like, what do you think now? He's like, would you be scared? Do you think I'm going to kill you? And he's like, you almost died. I almost shot you in your face because you had a gun out here, and it looks real to me. And I'm like, I'm 12 years old. I'm sorry. And I start peeing my pants. No, I'm kidding. I didn't actually pee my pants. But I was like, sorry, I don't ever do it again. And he's like, you goddamn right you won't. And he takes my guns. He goes over to my parents' house and tells them all about it. And I say, yo, let's kill me. And that was the time that I almost died by the police over a BB gun. Thank you for coming to Season 1, Episode 18. I am T-Ball. This is the famous Justin Lou Christina.
JG, baby.
Make sure you check him out. What's the link?
What, Reverb Nation?
No, on your YouTube. What's the name again?
Oh, Christina Music.
Christina Music. And we're going to put a link in the description. And make sure you see the next one.
Woo! Thank you.
That one was only 3 minutes long.